Hey, Taurus, intuitive soul coach here with your May 2022 full moon reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we'll dive into the collective energy of Taurus and take a look at what this extremely powerful super blood moon with an eclipse in Scorpio, how it's showing up for you. So this lands on May 15th or 16th, depending on your location, but it definitely is a very powerful moon that you want to be prepared for. This talks about shadows, extremes, karma, transformation, possibly secrets coming to the surface, including your own. This is about mysticism and really focusing on the light and healing the dark here. So powerful energy around this full moon in Scorpio, again on the 15th or 16th. So just a friendly reminder, Taurus, these are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading or even entering into that free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, Taurus, we have double Gemini showing up for you, as well as Scorpio. Reveal what needs to be seen. So beautiful energy showing up here. You may carry these placements in your chart. You may be dealing with others who carry these placements, or perhaps you're just embodying the energies that are showing up here for you. So let's dive in and we're going to take a look and see what's coming in for you. We'll see how we can help you navigate through Mercury retrograde, which starts around the 10th of May and will flow into the 22nd. And remember, Mercury retrogrades are all about, or retrogrades in general, about revising, reviewing, reconsidering, and really stepping out with a new sense of rejuvenation. So let's utilize the energy the best we can here. And there may be some things here, Taurus, that you're thinking through. Some of you, this could be career. Others of you, relationships. You have some deep things going on here for you. They're telling me there are some major life changes that you currently are going through, Taurus. Now, this could be a move. Some of you may be moving to a new location. Some of you may be building or starting a family. Some of you may be going through a divorce or a separation as well. But there are some transformative shifts happening for you in the month of May, especially around this full moon time. So you may be really thinking things through clearly at this time. Now, Mercury retrograde is not really a time for jumping into things. It's a time of reevaluating, reconsidering, reviewing what you may be contemplating. And then I feel like you'll be making some decisions. Some of you pay attention to travel, communication, technology, double check passwords, double check your travel arrangements or plans. There may be some delays, but it's just to prepare you for what's to come here. But thinking it through, making sure your ducks are in a row, your I's are crossed, your T's are crossed, I's are dotted here. So I feel like having a plan is going to be very important for you, Taurus, around this full moon energy. Next, we have double energy with Gemini. Speak your world into being. So what is it that you want to revise? How can you create a better life for yourself? If you are in a relationship where you've been yo-yoing or going back and forth, Taurus, how can you finally either let go of this relationship for good or ascend it to the next level? If you are in a career where you've been hitting a glass ceiling, or maybe you've seen a decline in finances, how can you bring in more money? How can you build up that side project? This is really about you coming up with a new plan to bring more growth, more expansion, more opportunity into your world. So speak it into being. Put it out into the universe. Create a vision board. Partner up with like-minded individuals here. Write it down on paper. Some of you are writers. Some of you really utilize your throat chakra. Now, you could even be an artist. You could be a blogger, a vlogger even. I'm seeing some of you really being a social media influencer for some of you Taurians out there. But this is about singing as well. Some of you could be singers or composers. But speaking your world into being is more than that. It is about you taking that next step in manifestation and creating it in 3D reality. Something you've been wanting here. Now is the time to do it. I do feel for you, if you have been feeling a little bit lost, or if you felt things haven't quite been clear, you haven't known how to navigate forward in any area of your life, health, wealth, relationships, career, I feel like during this, things may come to the surface. Again, it could be secrets, it could be truths, it could be huge transformations. Some of you may have been going through a karmic cycle, and I feel like things will be revealed. There's a new sense of clarity coming out of this full moon energy here, and I feel a lot of you are going to make some transformational shifts that are going to be big and huge for you, but in the long run, way better than where you are at. So we're going to dive into this energy here, Taurus, and see where the energy will be at around this full moon, and we'll see what you can celebrate. What is it that you'll be releasing and starting fresh on here? So the energy currently, oh, Ace of Cups. I love it. So the current energy is about a soul-quenching renewal. For some of you, it's a brand new love connection. For others of you, it's a gift of love. It could be relationships. This could be about feeling a sense of inspiration and love towards what it is that you do, maybe a passion project as well, but it is about self-love as well. If you have been feeling depleted or low of energy, it's a very important for you this month, Taurus, to fill your own cup, because you can't drink from an empty cup here. And so you may be focusing on the relationship with self. For others of you, this is about revisiting a relationship that's very important to you in your life. Now, it doesn't have to just be romantic. It can be the relationship that you have with family members, with your friends, with coworkers. You may be revisiting that relationship and wondering where it went wrong, or how can you come to some sort of compromise, or how can you reconsider? Do you move forward with them, or do you kind of go your own way? So I do feel a sense of love and kindness, but I feel like you're going to be manifesting here things that you may have suppressed or pushed to the side in the past. Now let's take a look and see what it is that you will be celebrating. What are you letting go of around this full moon on the 15th or 16th? Four of Swords, really great. Some of you were overthinking, overworking, maybe overachievers here. This is about you not obsessing about a certain situation and getting some rest, getting some R&R. The Four of Swords here, Taurus, is about taking a break. It's about catching your breath and regrouping. And that is the perfect time to do in a retrograde, is just to do some R&R, self-love, renewal, rejuvenation here. So I feel like you're going to take some downtime. Some of you, maybe it is travel. For others of you, maybe you just have a weekend getaway. You're getting out, enjoying nature, enjoying family time. There could be reunions. I just heard reunion, or even weddings showing up for you. Now let's take a look and see. Let's see what you should focus on manifesting during this full moon cycle, or what is it that you will be manifesting? Let's take a look here. Ooh, Seven of Pentacles. Something that you're working towards here is saying your hard work is paying off. However, you may be looking at a situation and saying, is the hard work and effort going to pay off? This direction, again, this is what we were talking about earlier. Maybe it's a relationship that you've been really putting a lot of effort into, and you're wondering, should I continue to put in the effort, especially if they're not putting any back in return? This is saying you're questioning it. The Seven of Pentacles here is saying, do I continue going the direction I'm doing or going in, or do I revise? Do I take a really good look and review how far I've come and maybe decide to go in a different direction? So another example, perhaps you are building a business, Taurus, or you are doing a side project or hobby, but it's just not generating the income that you would like to see. You may be figuring out new ways to bring in money. It still could be with what you're doing here, but maybe you're going to add on a class or a workshop or write a book, or maybe you will be teaching something yourself here. Perhaps they're just showing me somebody teaching music. Again, I feel like music, did music come up for you earlier? I feel like, yes, there's something with the throat chakra here. So you may be expressing what it is that you want to do, or helping other people express themselves. But the Seven of Pentacles says that your hard work will pay off, but it's very important for you to revise the plan at this time, because plans can change and sometimes priorities change here. So even if you had a direct goal, a direct vision, this is what I wanted to do from point A to Z, and I'm going to hit it, you may be deciding to kind of branch off And I'm just seeing additional modalities coming in. If you're in a relationship, maybe you're going to seek out a therapist and say, well, what I'm doing hasn't been working. It's time to bring in a therapist. So others of you, you just may say, well, I need to love at a distance. I've already used up all of the resources that I've had here. So the Seven of Pentacles is about assessing and evaluating, reflecting, because you're coming really close to making a major decision here in your life. And I feel like a lot of you are really wondering, is this investment worth it? Is it worth it here? But I feel like you're manifesting something huge. Whatever you're putting your energy and attention to, if you can just tweak it a tiny little bit here, Taurus, maybe it's a move. Maybe you had a specific place in mind that you wanted to move. Maybe set your radius 30 miles outside of what you had hoped for and you find your dream home. So again, there's some sort of tweaking of the plan that's going to actually manifest into something bigger and better than you could have expected here. So really powerful stuff. Let's take a look and see what your fullest potential is at this time. What is your fullest potential? Queen of Wands. Taurus, this is about you being confident, being bold, magnetizing your energy. Now, the Queen of Wands is very creative, very artsy. She can be an entrepreneur. She may deal with people in the office, multitasking, customer service. And it doesn't matter if you're female or male. It's just the energies here, but she's very attractive and she inspires others to live their best life. But you can see here that all of these other creatures are swarming towards her, very magnetized. So I feel if you use your creativity, your expression that we've been talking about here, there's something that will inspire others to live their best life and they will gravitate towards you. Perhaps you are an influencer, perhaps you do speak with people or you're into some sort of communication here. I feel like there is a tweaking of a plan that will actually open up so many doors that you couldn't have even imagined. So this is some great stuff for you, Taurus. Now we're going to take a look and see what messages Spirit has for you. What messages are coming in here? What do you have here for Taurus, Spirit? We have find your center, which is going to be very important during Mercury retrograde, but especially as we navigate through full moons. Full moons sometimes bring in endings, getting rid of what no longer serves us. And especially when we are revising or revisiting old wounds, old relationships, old patterns. The most important thing Spirit wants you to know is forgiveness. Forgiveness, forgiving yourself, forgiving others for what they have done. Perhaps forgiving people because that's what they, and it's not giving somebody a free pass or an excuse for their behavior, but it says here holding on to resentment and anger can be suffocating your spiritual growth. Resentment is one of the strongest and most damaging of human emotions. The act of forgiveness, Taurus, in its own right is equally incredibly powerful. It has the capacity to heal and transform. And that's what you're wanting at this time. You're wanting this transformation, this shift, because I see a really huge one happening for you. But forgiveness may be needed, even if it's at that subconscious level. Because the full moon, especially when it's as powerful as this full moon in Scorpio, it can certainly say that we are letting things come up that maybe we had suppressed on a subconscious level since childhood. Because you can see that it's like she's either holding her own inner child or maybe her child herself. But I feel like a lot of you are healing some wounds that you've had here, and it may have to do with forgiveness. Next, we have believe. This is about speaking your world into being as well, that Gemini energy. So I feel that if you believe it, then you can achieve it. That's what they're giving me here. If you believe it, you can achieve it. And it says the force that works through your soul, determining what's possible or impossible, the difference between success over failure. And above all, Taurus, is who you are, is the power of your belief. So yes, if there's something that you want to manifest, whether it is negative or positive, yes, you will manifest it. So it's very important for you to stay in that energy of positivity. And we have fun. Yeah, this is about you bringing out that positivity. Sometimes we overwork or we hole ourselves up in our home, or we tend to overthink instead of taking a little bit of time out or time away to enjoy ourselves, have a little bit of fun. This is saying, when was the last time, Taurus, that you had a good time? Whether you belly laughed or you went and went swimming, flew a kite, or you did something where your inner child was really brought to the surface here. And it says something totally unlike you, something just for the joy. It's long overdue for you to let go of your analytical mind and give yourself and your soul permission to have fun. So your guides want you to have fun and not take this retrograde so seriously, not take this full moon, which can be very intense. And so it sounds a little counterintuitive. It's saying, yes, you can still be intense. You can still go through these major life transformations, but you can still have a little fun along the way. And Spirit wants to remind you, Taurus, not to take things so seriously. And it's about finding your center as well. So it says your outside world is a reflection and a manifestation of what's going on inside. So because of what you're dealing with internally, if you feel chaotic inside, Taurus, you're going to see chaos in your external world. If you're feeling anxiety, if you're feeling depression, sadness, anger, same goes with the positive emotions. If you're feeling fun, if you're feeling joy, if you're feeling happy, love, compassionate, kindness, that's what you're going to see in your outer world. So really take this time to really rejuvenate your soul. Reconsider some things that maybe you had been considering here in the past, and just wait, sit on it for a little bit, review it, and then maybe around the end of the month here, even into June, come up with a plan and say, all right, do I still want to go in that direction, or do I decide to go on a new path here? So it says, when was the last time I checked in with myself? Because sometimes, Taurus, our worlds can become hectic and they can be stressful and anxiety starts to take over. And it says it's time to stop and ask, when was the last time I checked in with myself? So getting out in nature, doing a little grounding is going to be very important to you here. So take a little bit of time off, take a little bit of rest, R&R, even if it's something that you do on the weekends. Maybe you go to the farmer's market, or maybe you eat some fresh fruits and fresh vegetables. There's something here with you grounding your energy and getting in nature is what I'm hearing here. All right, let's take a look and see what is your greatest gifts and your untapped potential. Greatest gifts here and untapped potential. We're going to do 2 each. Ooh, I love this. All right, so untapped potential here. What do we have, Spirit? Oh, I love this. Okay, we're going to dive into the untapped potential. So what this means is you're just starting to tap into this energy, something that you've had within you all along, but it's been part of your soul's purpose. So sometimes it takes longer. Sometimes it takes years. Sometimes it takes a lifetime. But you have the Queen of Swords and the Death energy. So Libran energy, but we also have Untapped says that you are coming up with, I feel like you're standing your ground more, setting healthier boundaries. The Queen of Swords is somebody who gains clarity on her future. She creates her future here. Queen of Swords is observant. She's very logical. She's a truth seeker. She is full of integrity. She doesn't like dishonesty. She does not like people who BS her. And she's going to set healthy boundaries and say, you know what? They just gave me fool me once, shame on you, or fool me twice. Fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice, shame on you, or maybe it's vice versa. Maybe that's something that you've said to a person. Fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. I'm not quite sure. They're just giving me that. So I feel like you may be cutting people out, or maybe you have, and maybe you're reevaluating at this time, saying, was that the best thing? It was the best thing for you at that time is what I'm hearing here. But the Queen of Swords is about being intelligent and really getting in tune, in touch with your emotions. So let your emotions come to the surface. So this is untapped. Sometimes, Taurus, you may come across at times as a little bit cold, maybe even a little bit bitter, maybe even a little bit opinionated. And I'm not calling anybody out here, so don't shoot the messenger. But I feel at times it's about you warming up, being kind to yourself, being kind to others, accepting love into your beautiful heart here, Taurus. But there is a major transformation. And I feel this is what you're going through at this time. So this full moon energy on the 15th or 16th here of May is really going to bring in the change. The death card is about endings, bringing new beginnings. You've been going through a transition, a rebirth, a spiritual growth here, and it feels like you've been hanging on forever. It feels like you at times resisted change. Not anymore. You're tapping into this energy. You're warming yourself up, and I feel like you're ready to start that flip side of the death card. You're ready to go towards that positive side of the death and be reborn. Sometimes it really is difficult and challenging when we start to crumble with the death energy, when we have the tower moments that create the death, create the transformation. But then once we start to kind of rise from the ashes from it, there's a whole new beginning showing up here. And what is on the other side of that beginning? Your greatest strengths, of course. You have the King of Wands and the Empress. This is powerful. Taurus, do you know how powerful you are? This is about you marching to the beat of your own drum. You have the King of Wands showing up, and it's interesting because you have the Queen of Wands. So some of you, this can certainly deal with relationships, partnerships, soulmates, twin flames. For others of you, it's about you creating and taking charge of your own destiny. It's about being passionate, goal-oriented, and very driven. Some of you are entrepreneurs, and you do have that leadership capabilities here. If you are currently not in a leader position, I feel like you may be revising where you are at and coming up with a new plan. Talking to a boss and saying, you know what, I have all of these qualifications, but I'm only getting paid this much. I deserve higher compensation. Some of you are taking a big, bold leap into a new position. Now, partnered with the Empress is huge. Remember, Taurus, this is your strength. This is about bringing more abundance to your life. This is being creative, sexy, maternal, nurturing. This is full of growth and fertility. So whatever it is that you are doing, whatever you're marching to the beat of here, you have the potential to bring in a lot of abundance and nurture something here. And it's in a positive way. It's not so much of arrogance or cockiness here, but I feel like this is something that you want with all your heart and soul. And that's why there's such a huge shift going on for you, because these lie within your greatest strengths. And Spirit is saying here, you have what it takes to really achieve success and growth. So I love this showing up for you. Now let's take a look, and lastly, let's get steps, action steps that you can take to continue growing. Oh, we have the Lovers. Some of you, this is definitely soulmate energy, twin flame energy, or just very, very important partnerships. Could be partnerships, again, with your parents, with a really close friend. It could be partnerships with employees as well. Yeah, Temperance. Some of you may have been single. Maybe you're manifesting or revisiting some emotions from the past where you've been feeling cold. Now you may be opening up your heart a little bit more. There may have been a traumatic experience for you in the past where you just said, you know what, I'm going to take my heart and lock it up, and I'm going to go be single and enjoy my life. And it's been a long time coming now. It's been maybe peaceful, maybe not. But I feel if you are single, I feel like you may be attracting or calling in new soulmate energy. Now let's take a look and see what the angels have for you regarding action steps. Whoa, what else do we have here? You do want that one. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so we have visualize success, third eye chakra, and we have earth angel. Well, we have speak your world into being, and that is the same energy here of visualizing success, because not only do you have to visualize it to create it, then the next step here is to speak it into being. Tell the universe this is what you want. And if you want to manifest whatever that is in your life, because I feel like you already have taken some really deep, bold steps in your career, in your finances, in your relationships, you've created your own destiny. And it says here, see yourself doing well in this situation and have faith in a positive outcome. So remember earlier, we were talking about positivity, Taurus. It's very important for you to stay positive, for you to manifest the things that you want versus the things that you do not want. Next here, excuse me, we have third eye chakra, which is another card about visualization, but also about manifestation here. And it says, it is safe for you to see the energy of love in all of its forms. So again, there may have been some sort of thawing that needed to take place within that heart center. Maybe it was due to some sort of emotional pain, again with that Lover's card. Perhaps it was childhood. Maybe it was just that you're not in a position to love what it is that you do for a living. But it says here, it's safe for you to see the energy of love in all forms: angels, auras, visions, loved ones, possibly. Some of you have a really beautiful gift here of manifestation, and some of you are actually able to really tune in to your higher self, to the universe. So if you've been practicing mysticism, spirituality, inner work, inner healing, this is the perfect time for you to do so with this full moon in Scorpio. It's a beautiful time for you as well to take any crystals or stones that you have and bathe them under the full moon as well. And then lastly, we have Earth Angel. You are a light worker, Taurus, who has come to Earth to teach about love. And it's very interesting because you came here created with love. And then as we go through life experiences, our surroundings, the people that we're with, our external environments, it kind of taints our perception of love. And what this is saying here is you may have closed off your heart to certain people or certain areas of your life, but now that you're able to navigate, because you know what it's like to disconnect. This is saying here with this Earth Angel energy that now it's your time to be kind and compassionate with yourself and to teach about love. And that doesn't mean that in a profession you have to be, a healer or a coach, but this can be about you setting a good example. This can be about you forgiving people that need to be forgiven here. Perhaps now is the time for you to reconsider a relationship with maybe a family member that you hadn't talked to for 10 years. Maybe it's about reconsidering the relationships that you currently have and teaching yourself about self-love, setting healthy boundaries and saying, you know what, this is not working. It's toxic to my growth. It's stunting my spiritual growth. I need to move in a new direction. So it'll be different for each and every one of you, but you are a light worker. And it's very important for you to remember that you came from love and that you are made of love here. So I love this showing up for you, Taurus. So I hope this resonates for you. A lot of really deep transformative energy around the full moon in Scorpio here in May. I feel like you will be taking on new beginnings. There are evolutions showing up here. This is going to be a very, very intense month for a lot of people on the collective, but especially you, Taurus. You're going to be going through some shifts and things are going to come out, reveal what needs to be seen, whether that is you revealing to the public or it is other people revealing their sides to you. Regardless, you will have clarity and you will be able to grow and expand off of that energy as well. So if this resonates, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Do share, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And I am sending all of you wonderful Taurians tons of love and light. Till next time.